going to do an insight video today, and I've talked a lot about sort of fifth dimensional reality and about universal laws, and I've talked about sort of like source energy and source frequency, and I'm going to talk a bit more about that. But I'm also going to talk about colours today. I felt like a lot lately I've been sort of like directed to use colours more, so I've been given sort of like inspiration or insight around things like sacred flames that talk about each sort of like sacred flame that I see within my mind's eye has a specific sort of vibration, a specific frequency, and all of this is learning, and all of this is teaching, again using frequency and vibration, which is the universal law of frequency and vibration, and it's using it within your reality, within your life through visioning. And many of us have like many different daily techniques using tools like this in spiritual sort of like insight and awareness, and dealing with or like connecting to guides and angels. Color is very symbolic, and colors symbolic again for health, healing. It improves and increases mood, it increases frequency, vibration, um, and each color holds a vibration and a frequency. And it's not just on that, you're talking about sort of like ascended masters, and they have ascended master rays. You've got Almoira that works on the blue ray, which is about divine wisdom, divine consciousness, divine awareness. And then you've got like Lord Lanto that works on the yellow ray, which is very much around illumination. It's about sort of like awakening. It's about coming into your source energy and your source vibration, and it's learning to live from source. Illumination is about, when he talks about Lord Lanto, they talk about his ray, they talk about all the beings ray, this illuminated heart that from the center. And again, it's about about this yellow light, this yellow vibration of frequency. It's about creation, self-expression. It's about upliftment. It's about joy. It's about these kind of things. It's about living in that. And then you've got like when you start talking about like Serapis Bay, which has got a white ray, which is very around ascension. It's about clearing. It's about clearing. It's about cleansing. It's about higher awareness. You've got like turquoise. It's not necessarily connected to the masters, but angels have different vibrations of frequency with colours as well. Turquoise is very much around this mystical sort of colour. It's very much around protection. And then you've got like pink, which is about this universal love, this universal compassion. It's also about harmony. And then when you start looking at pink's very much around sort of like Archangel Chamuel, but it's also around sort of like Lady Nada, which is very much about living in this source energy of like harmony. And also, like when you're saying universal love, it's about the ability to, again, it's about frequency, it's about vibration, it's about seeing beyond sort of like the 3D reality. And it's also seeing that we're all connected. Universal love to me, or it's very much connected to oneness. It's talking about this sense of we are all one frequency, one vibration. So in that sense, we shouldn't judge, or we shouldn't sort of like judge each other. We shouldn't sort of ridicule each other, because we're all the same. We're all one vibration. We're all one frequency. We're all born from the same vibration and frequency, and we're all connected to it. You've also got sort of Saint Germain, which is about the violet flame, which is very much around. So the violet flame holds like a frequency of creation and alchemy. So again, it comes back to source energy, but it's also about sort of transmutation and transformation, knowing that through your consciousness and through your frequency, you can shift and change reality. And you can shift and change reality at will. And again, this is part of source energy and source creation, that when it comes online, you realize that from your light, from your energy, from your frequency, from your consciousness, all reality is only a mirror of it's only a mirror of what you're creating from within, from your own source, your essence. And you realize that you can shift and change that. And again, that's a universal law of polarity. The universal law of polarity, they talk about like positive and negative, but I like to say and talk about universal law of polarity as infinite and limited self. And I define it in these two ways, because the limited self is the one where you worry, you doubt, you fear, and you see the external world and you see all the problems in there, as like the infinite self you connect into your source energy, and you know you're through your consciousness and your source energy, that you can shift and change and dissolve any frequency. So you know that all frequencies are created and manifested from your source energy, from your center. So your infinite self sees opportunities to learn and grow, and also apply spiritual wisdom and spiritual practice to everyday life. As the limited self just sees the external things, it sees the worry of the work, the money, the car being broken down, all those kind of things that which are like everyday stuff that a lot of us go through. Um, Gold energy, I always see gold energy as the source energy. For many years, gold was a color, and still is now. When I close my eyes and I meditate, I see gold. And gold to me, when people talk about like Christ consciousness, Christ, because obviously Christ is an ascended master, universal teacher, and they talk about this gold energy. And the gold energy is also, I've always seen this like source energy. It's about awakening to that source energy, that the wisdom, the insight, the awareness is there. And gold brings this wisdom and this understanding that you're always connected, and through that golden energy, and it's a very very high healing color. When I used to do like a lot of spiritual healing, I used to put my hands on individuals, and this is the color I'd see was gold, and it would flow into whatever being was needed healing. So like color brings a lot of different sort of like frequencies. You've got like indigo. It's very much like this psychic and this like psychic vibration, psychic frequency, but it's also very much around sort of like channeling and mediumship. When you see like an indigo sort of colour, it's like you're highly sensitive. You're highly sensitive to receive information and vibrations. So like through colour, there's many things. Like orange is a beautiful colour. It connects to the sacral chakra, but it's a colour I use a lot, and I've seen it many times, like through sacred flames. And it's very much around sort of harmony. It's about purification. It's about rebirth. On a physical level, it works with like psychological and like emotional harmony, but it's always like purifying. It's always bringing this kind of, it burns, but it's also a great color for releasing. You see an orange flame and you see a flame. You can chuck things into the flame, and it dissolves them. It releases them. It releases like chords, these chords of like frequency that we sort of sometimes sort of have attached to us from like past experiences. And again, this is where the like being present is really important. Being it, like when Eckhart Tolle, he talks about the power of now. He talks about being in this vibration right here, right now, because that's the only reality. That's where the oneness frequency exists and is created, the vibration. And again, this is where you step into. Again, Lord Lanto talks about personal power, or the yellow color talks about personal power. It talks about self-creation and self-expression, and this is what this is what this time's about, and this is why we're awakening to walk as spiritual beings, walk as a light. And the impression I've been getting a lot is about my source energy and about source light, and it's about living in light and sort of walking as that light. And it's very much around color again. The impression they've been giving me is, I've always related to color. Like I love orange, the color, like I've just talked about. I love yellows and I love blues and purples, and they're all different frequencies. Like I said, with ascended master rays, they have different colors. I mean, a color I see as well is peach. And peach is very much around sort of like higher awareness, and it's about again the compassion, but it's about like universal compassion. It's about sort of like, again, it's about creation. It's about being connected into the union. It's a very high sort of like vibrational color, and I've seen this a few times. And been given this color, and it's like a really really sort of like beautiful color that brings sort of it's like higher wisdom and higher awareness, but it's also opens you up as a channel to these higher frequencies to start to receive and connect to like universal teachers, like ascended masters, also archangels as well. And this is what this time's about, and this is why we need to live from light, a light frequency, a source frequency. We need to vibrate as it. And these sacred flames and these colors work, but also like these vibrations, all these rays, these universal rays, or these ascended rays of color, can be used to create and clear spaces within your own consciousness, within your own energy field. But they can also be used within the external reality to clear and cleanse spaces, to create places of harmony. I use them a lot at work. I use them a lot when I sort of like go into work. I try and clear and cleanse the space. So I do it externally within the reality, but then I also do it internally within me. Everything has to be in balance, and this is part of, again, source connection, vibration. The source vibration, when you connect into the universal law of correspondence, where you live with, you know that within yourself is a source energy, which is the correspondence. The correspondence is the correlation between the inner reality and the outer reality, that they work in perfect union. Everything works in harmony. Everything, it needs to be balanced. Everything is connected. So, like, the universal law of correspondence teaches us that you know that the external reality is connected to the inner reality, and the inner reality is what creates the true reality. The external reality is only a mirror of what's being created within. So this is why it's important, again, to daily practice, to go within your source energy and live from source, because when you live from source, you create from source. And when you're creating from your own source energy, you're creating vibrations and frequencies within your reality that then manifest and are created in your external reality. Most of reality is only a reflection of your own inner reality, of what you're creating and manifesting. And this is the connection. They work in perfect union. Everything's connected. And this is why the universal laws are important. And this is why the Ascended Masters give us these universal laws and teachings, because they give us this insight, this awareness, and the understanding that, you know, you are the creator. You create this manifest. You've been given this source energy, or you're born from the source energy, which creates and manifests all reality, and it vibrates to create and manifest reality. And that same source energy, that seed of creation, is within you. And it's the understanding that you can clear and cleanse your energy, and you can create and manifest a reality. There will be things that happen on the external reality that will impact you, but the key is not, these things are not going to stop happening, but what it's about is learning to dissolve them and release them. Releasing and dissolving and clearing are three really, really important tools of spiritual practice. That so when something does affect you, you remain in your own energy, your source energy, as much as you can, and you release it. Remember to keep going back into that eternal moment, that source of energy, that oneness vibration, because that's where you release and you release and dissolve things. And this is, some of these colours are really brilliant for this, and that's what I was talking about, this orange colour that brings us back into harmony. That's a fantastic colour to use. And I wanted to talk about colour because you know, it's definitely what I've been given. Like I'm given like blue, pink, green, turquoise, yellow, white, purple, indigo, gold. These are like 9 different colours that I'm given daily, and I use these within my reality to clear and cleanse. I also see sort of beings that appear like within around, that come through colour. And again, colour is important, because it brings like this, it brings this it shifts your vibration, it shifts your frequency. And this is like, again, with crystals, you know, you've got like amethyst, or you know, and you've got like clear quartz, chevron amethyst. That's what I'm trying to say, chevron, because obviously it's got the white in it as well. But like these colors are symbolic of something. Like, you know, the purple is very much around like wisdom, intuition, universal wisdom, universal teachings, like clarity, inner vision, insight. When your third eye's opening up, it gives you this kind of clarity, this kind of you know, this inner wisdom, this inner vision. And the inner vision is connected to your source energy. And then you've got like Archangel Raziel, which, you know, he appears in purple, and is very much around sort of universal teachers, keys of consciousness, keys of wisdom. And then you've got Lord Melchizedek, who's very much around universal teachings, universal wisdom. And again, it's about sort of like connecting to that and a higher wisdom and a higher vibration, a higher frequency. So I've been talking about colour because colour brings frequency, it brings vibration, it shifts and changes your energy, your vibration and frequency. And what we know through creation is when we change, when we live through vibration and frequency, then we can create and manifest different different realities, different sort of experiences, or how we experience reality. It's all through vibration and frequency. Like source energy, you create from source energy. You live, so you go in your own energy. You feel your vibration of this source energy, this infinite self, this golden light, this golden vibration. And then what you do is, if you need a vibration, I don't know, joy, happiness, laughter, love, you create that vibration for that source energy. Then it comes from your source energy, and then it sort of like you express it externally, and then it starts to then vibrate within your reality. It creates a consciousness, a consciousness of sort of like a felt sense feeling of reality within your external reality. And this is why it's important to remain in source, because you know within source you can create and manifest from vibration and frequency, but it's all connected. You know, it all works in perfect union, and that's the beauty of source energy and source vibration and frequency. And this is why it's important to live from source. And I've been talking about living from source probably for the last year, you know, and that's the shift. That's a massive shift from like the third dimension into the fifth dimension. And then I say the sixth dimension. I call it the sixth dimension because that's where your source creator lives. And I feel like through the source sixth dimension, this is where we're starting to really connect to ascended beings. You know, people talk about Syrians, Arcturians, and they talk about like ancient wisdom around like Atlantis and Lemuria. All of this is sort of like connects to your source energy and your source creator, knowing that you are a creator of your own reality. And again, this is about self-mastery. This is what the ascended masters brought. This is the wisdom, the teachings they brought, is to realize that, you know, through self-mastery and living from source, you can be free, you can be liberated. There's a freedom in it, that you're not actually then feeling like you're at the will of external reality and events and things that play out in your life. You can shift and change them. You have that power. And again, this connects to Lord Lanto and illumination about self-mastery, self-expression, personal power. All of these things are born, and everything's born from source. All of your chakras, your energy centers are all connected to source, and they're all trying to open up to bring you back into your center, into your source. And this is why I keep talking about the universal law of correspondence. It's so important. It's so important to live from source and to connect to that infinite self, to know that there's no limitation and you can dissolve and release things. Right, that's the insight for today. Thanks for listening. Please comment, subscribe, like. I'd like, if you want to give me any questions, like I keep saying on these, you know, put a comment in the box. I'll have a look. If I see it, I'll come back and I'll answer the question. Have a great day.